Defense mechanisms, our psychological shields. What is a defense mechanism? Defense mechanisms are unconscious psychological responses that people use to cope with reality and maintain a positive view of themselves. They are automatic responses to anxiety or stress to try to avoid internal conflict. The concept was first introduced by Sigmund Freud and later more heavily studied by his daughter Anna Freud. Everyone has and uses them, often without realizing it, to protect our mental well-being. Repression and suppression. Repression is the unconscious blocking of unpleasant thoughts or feelings from our conscious mind. It's an involuntary process where the mind intentionally forgets things that are too painful to deal with, such as trauma. Suppression is the conscious and voluntary act of pushing unwanted or pleasant thoughts or feelings away and out of the mind. You know the thought is there, but you choose not to think about it, such as something embarrassing that you just can't seem to forget. Projection and displacement. Projection involves putting your own unacceptable thoughts or feelings on another person. It's a way of dealing with our own flaws by seeing them in someone else, even if they don't express said flaws. For example, a person who is insecure about their intelligence might accuse a colleague of being incompetent. Displacement is a redirection of an impulse, most commonly aggression, towards a substitute person or object that is less threatening. If you're angry at your boss but you can't express it, you go home and you take it out on your family. The anger is displaced from the real target to a safer one, causing someone innocent to get involved. Rationalization and sublimation. Rationalization is the creation of false logic or excuses to justify unacceptable behavior or feelings. It is an attempt to make our actions seem more rational and acceptable to ourselves and others. For example, a student who fails a test might say, "This class is useless anyways, so it doesn't matter." Sublimation is a mature and healthy defense mechanism where unacceptable urges or feelings are channeled into socially acceptable and productive activities. For example, a person with aggressive tendencies might take up boxing or become a surgeon. This is a very constructive and healthy way to handle powerful emotions. In conclusion, defense mechanisms are normal and necessary for psychological health. Everyone has them and they help us navigate stress and maintain our self-esteem. However, relying on them too heavily can prevent us from dealing with the real issues at hand. The goal isn't to eliminate them, but to overcome them and be more aware of them and use more mature methods like sublimation. Understanding these defense mechanisms can provide valuable insight into our behavior and behavior of others. Thank you. That is all.